Hello and welcome into LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for being with us. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has added a suspected child rapist to its top 10 most wanted list. Rick James Brock of New Tazewell is wanted on 4 counts of rape of a child and 4 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm. 51-year-old Brock has brown hair and brown eyes. He is 5'10" and weighs around 206 pounds. He has a tattoo of a lion on his right arm. The Claiborne County man has a violent criminal history and should be considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information on Brock is urged to call the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. There is a $1,000 reward being offered for any information that will lead to his arrest. The man who walked away from work detail on December 29th was captured following a thorough investigation. 20-year-old Stephen Eugene Gibson walked away from his work truck, but before he left out that morning, he made several calls from the Claiborne County Jail. The investigation was led by Detective Tim Shrout, David Honeycutt, and other officers within the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office. Through their investigation, they were led to a residence in Tazewell, which is the home of Gibson's grandmother, 68-year-old Carol Blake. It is alleged that Blake did assist with Gibson's escape. On the early morning hours of December 31st, investigators went to neighboring Union County, where Gibson and his wife, 19-year-old Fancy, were taken into custody and then taken immediately to the Claiborne County Jail. According to Sheriff David Ray, Gibson was placed on work detail to pick up litter, and he says that it is unusual that families will assist in an inmate's escape. All 3 are in custody at the Claiborne County Jail and have each been charged with permitting or facilitating escape, which is a felony charge. They are awaiting arraignment before Claiborne County Sessions Judge Robert Eastep. A former narcotics detective with the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office is facing trial following an incident with a known drug dealer in June of 2015. 49-year-old Robert Chadwell was indicted by the Claiborne County Grand Jury during its December session. A true bill was returned from the jury for Chadwell on 1 count of extortion and bribery by a public servant, charges that he gained while a deputy with the sheriff's office. The incident prompted the drug dealer to then file a complaint to his attorney, followed by the attorney contacting the sheriff's office, and then the 8th Judicial District Attorney General's office. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation investigated the situation that led to Chadwell's arrest during an undercover sting operation. According to an affidavit filed by a special agent with the TBI, the former officer was allegedly watched on June 18th accepting $2,000 in cash from the drug dealer with the agreement that Chadwell would provide additional money back at a later date. The affidavit continues that the money was in exchange for Chadwell using discretion as a law enforcement officer to not pursue criminal, drugs, and firearms-related charges against the drug dealer. Special agents arrested Chadwell, who was then booked into the Claiborne County Jail with a $500,000 secured bond. When the situation occurred, Claiborne County Sheriff David Ray terminated Chadwell's position with the department. It was less than a week into the new year that Harlan native and Voice Season 9 winner Jordan Smith already started off 2016 in a big way. He celebrated the new year by both ringing in and singing in 2016 with an engagement to his longtime girlfriend, Kristen Denny, and then performing the national anthem at the National Hockey League's Winter Classic. And he continues to build up to a great new year, with the following day performing in his home state of Kentucky, singing the national anthem at the University of Kentucky basketball game at Rupp Arena in Lexington. He announced the performances on his Facebook page several days in advance, calling them both huge opportunities, but the performance at Rupp Arena was a dream come true due to always being a huge Cats fan. He closed out 2015 with the win on The Voice Season 9, following weeks of huge performances on the reality show with repeated 100 singles on the iTunes chart. He garnered millions of YouTube views as fans continue to watch and then re-watch his performances from the show. Following his win, he made several appearances on television talk shows, and his CD that contained all of his performances from the show made it to shelves just in time for the holiday season. Now you can continue to follow his journey by following him on Facebook and Twitter. The regular meeting of the Harrogate Board of Mayor and Aldermen was held on December 28th of 2015, and the Harrogate Fire Department is now under new leadership of a new chief following that meeting. Former Chief Rick Davis introduced Justin Cupp as the recommendation for the board to consider as his replacement. Mayor Linda Fultz asked the board if they wished to fill the position for the fire chief, and a motion was made by Gary Burchett, which was seconded by Alan Hurst, to appoint Cupp as the chief, and the motion passed unanimously. During the fire department report, former Chief Rick Davis reported that the department responded to 8 calls in November, 1 medical assist, 1 structure fire, 1 vehicle fire, 5 alarms, 2 which were at LMU. An update on the restrooms and concessions building at the park property had a final walkthrough, and a completion notice will be sent for the state inspection. In appreciation of 14 years of dedicated service to the City of Harrogate, Mayor Linda Fultz presented a plaque to outgoing City Recorder Rose Kaiser, whose retirement began January 3rd. The next meeting of the Harrogate Board of Mayor and Aldermen is tentatively scheduled for January 25th. Coming up after the break, a great event is coming up that will get you and your whole family involved and out of the cold. To find out when and where, keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back. Schools across the tri-state area welcomed their students, teachers, and faculty back after their holiday break. Classes will officially be underway across all of Lincoln Memorial University on Monday, January 11th. Campus will be buzzing with all programs from graduate to undergraduate, and schools across the nation also welcome their students back this morning, with several parents Facebooking and tweeting that their holiday actually began this morning. Now, we do want to wish everyone the best of luck in their 2016 semester. Well, Lincoln Memorial will be hosting its annual FAFSA Frenzy and Recruitment Fair from 10 to 1 on Saturday, January 9th at the LMU Cedar Bluff Extended Learning Site in Knoxville. During the event, LMU staff will assist families of college-bound students complete the free application for federal student aid. The FAFSA is a federally required form for students seeking the financial aid, including grants, scholarships, and loans throughout the nation. The LMU Executive Director of Financial Aid and other financial aid staff will be there to assist with those applications, review completed forms, and upload applications. Research shows that families often list high cost as the main barrier to college attendance, even though tens of millions of dollars in various forms of financial aid is available every year. The FAFSA form is used at colleges, universities, and technical schools nationwide. Students should complete their FAFSA as close to January 1st as possible to get the maximum aid available, even if the student has not selected a college yet. Students and families should bring with them completed 2014 IRS 1040 tax returns, W-2 statements, and other 2015 income and benefits information, current bank statements, untaxed income records for the previous year, a driver's license, and, if necessary, a lien registration card. This information is helpful to complete the FAFSA, but it is not required to attend. Well, experiencing some warmer than normal temperatures prior to the Christmas break, crews started working on the University Quad. The quad is currently being transformed to be the central location for a bell tower. Before the break, the flagpole was removed, and it will be replaced at another location on campus. Now, there is no date currently as to when the construction on the bell tower will be completed, but they've got a lot of work done so far. The Pine Mountain State Resort Park will host a winter photography weekend, January 15th through January 17th. The weekend will feature a digital photography workshop and contest with 3 classes, including amateur, intermediate, and accomplished. 4 competition categories for each class, beginner photography session, and a critique session will be held. Evening programs by guest professional Ken Jenkins, a nationally known natural history photographer, writer, lecturer, and outdoor adventurer. Early bird registration is $30 and $40 at the door. For more information, you can call 606-337-3066. The National Park Service turns 100 years old this year, and they want everyone to celebrate. All national parks will waive their entrance fees on 16 special days in 2016. The 16 entrance fee-free days for 2016 will be January 18th, April 16th through 24th, August 25th through 28th, September 24th, and November 11th. To honor the National Park Service Centennial, the National Park Foundation has joined the National Park Service to launch a public engagement campaign called Find Your Park to help all Americans discover all things that the national parks can be. Visit findyourpark.com for a list of Centennial special events across the country and to learn how to discover, explore, recreate, be inspired, or simply have fun in the national parks. More than 20,000 National Park Service employees care for America's 409 national parks and work with communities across the nation to help preserve local history and create close-to-home recreational opportunities. You can visit www.nps.gov, Facebook, or Twitter to find out more about your local national parks. Now stay with us, because coming up after the break, Adam Haley has got all you need to know about sports in the area. That's right up after this.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back. The LMU men's basketball team got an early start on the 2016 portion of their schedule as they traveled to Louisville, Kentucky on January 2nd to face 17th-ranked Bellarmine University. The Rustlers came in riding a 10-game winning streak and were ranked 11th in the nation. From the opening tip, the two teams went at each other as prized heavyweight fighters, with neither getting as far as 4 points away from the other in the first half as Bellarmine led at the break 43-41. The Knights started the second half on a 12-6 run that would increase their lead to 7. The Rustlers fought back and regained the lead after 2 Jalen Steele free throws with 11.5 minutes left, but the Knights would respond with a 22-11 run over the next 7 minutes to take back the lead by 10. LMU battled back to within 6 with under 2 minutes left before a delay of game technical foul gave Bellarmine a free throw in the ball. They converted the possession and increased their lead to 9, and then 2 more technical fouls, one on Luquan Choice and one on the LMU bench, sent the Knights to the line to finish off LMU by the final score of 98-84. Jarrell Simmons led LMU with 23 points, while Jalen Steele and Choice had 21 and 16 respectively. Bellarmine's Rusty Troutman led everyone with a career-high 34 points, while the Knights as a team shot 64.6% from the field, which included 12 of 19 from behind the three-point line. With the loss, LMU falls to 10-2 on the season. They'll now join back up with the Lady Rail Splitters as they'll travel to Mars Hill, North Carolina on Wednesday night to face the Lions of Mars Hill University. The women will tip off at 6 p.m. with the men's game to follow at 8 p.m. LMU Sports Network coverage will start at 5:40 p.m. on 91.3 FM WLMU. On Monday, Carson Newman University announced the addition of Larry Slade to their coaching staff. Slade will be the new defensive coordinator, taking over from Mike Clowney, who was promoted to associate head coach last month. Slade is not new to the area after spending 9 years as a defensive coach at Tennessee under Philip Fulmer. He's also been a coach at Texas A&M, Maryland, and Washington at the Division I level. The college football bowl season has now come and gone, and for some it was a good one. The Southeastern Conference won a record 8 bowl games this season. One of those teams to win was the Tennessee Vols as they defeated Northwestern 45-6. Quarterback Josh Dobbs was 14-25 passing for 166 yards, while running back Jalen Hurd rushed for 130 yards and 1 touchdown. The Vols ended the season on a 6-game winning streak and with a 9-4 record. Another one of the SEC wins was Alabama destroying Michigan State in one of the national semifinal games 38-0. Alabama quarterback Jake Coker was 25 of 30 for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns, while running back Derrick Henry rushed the ball 20 times for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Crimson Tide will now wait to face Clemson on January 11th for the national championship. Now that's all for sports, but stay tuned after the break as Joseph Lewis will let us know what movie won the opening weekend of 2016. He brings you the box office report when we return here on LMU Community TV.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies, and welcome to 2016 on the big screen. Tops at the box office this New Year's weekend were led by the holiday season's financial juggernaut Star Wars: The Force Awakens, taking another $88 million toward a staggering domestic total of $740 million. Although its impressive performance acts as no surprise, even longtime box office analysts are amazed by how quickly The Force Awakens has shattered records. In addition to instantly garnering the biggest opening weekend ever in its debut, the film is currently the United States' second highest grossing film of all time, beaten only by James Cameron's 2009 special effects extravaganza Avatar, and with a mere $20 million difference between the two grosses, The Force Awakens is guaranteed to steal Avatar's thunder. For the sake of comparison, The Force Awakens has been playing nationwide for 17 days and has already pulled $740 million, whereas at this point in its theatrical run, Avatar had taken only $352 million. Worldwide, the film has made an astonishing $1.5 billion thus far, and currently sits at number 6 on that chart, joining the pack with last year's blockbusters Jurassic World and Furious 7, both of which are about to be left in the dust by intergalactic mania. For more information on the film's continuing box office success, be sure to visit www.boxofficemojo.com. Following at number 2 by a wide margin was Daddy's Home, the Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg starring comedy that, despite largely negative critical reception, drew $29 million toward a current domestic total of $93 million. With an A-list cast and a PG-13 rating, Daddy's Home proved to be a much bigger Christmas time hit than anticipated. And rounding out the top 3 was The Hateful Eight in its first week as a wide release, adding $16 million onto its now $29 million domestic gross. A riveting, bloodthirsty Western from cinematic mastermind Quentin Tarantino, the film opened on Christmas Day in an exclusive engagement limited to the 96 screens across America equipped to project the film in its colorful, large-scale 70mm presentation, complete with overture, intermission, and roughly 7 minutes of extra footage not included in the wide-release version. With the filmmaker's trademark dialogue and gloriously cinematic violence brought to life by a stellar cast including Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, and Jennifer Jason Leigh, the film has made of itself a genuine event among the cinephile community, and its positive reception from critics and audiences says that Tarantino has created another wildly entertaining experience that stands shoulder to shoulder with his past masterpieces, including the recent Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained. Meanwhile, the Tina Fey and Amy Poehler starring comedy Sisters also performed well over the holiday, and this weekend it added $12 million onto a $61 million domestic total, meaning that it has already grossed twice the amount of its $30 million production budget. As expected, the unfortunately titled Alvin and the Chipmunks: The Road Trip drew family audiences en masse over Christmas, now having grossed a total of $67 million, proving that there are some trains even the power of the Force cannot stop. Despite being overshadowed by more mainstream fare, some of the adult-oriented releases geared toward award season managed to do decent business as well, with David O. Russell's Jennifer Lawrence starring biopic Joy totaling $38 million over its 2 weeks, Adam McKay's financial crisis comedy The Big Short totaling $32 million, and the Will Smith starring NFL drama Concussion totaling $25 million. Of all the holiday releases, the Point Break remake fared the worst, taking only $22 million over the 2 weeks and being met with negative reception across the board. With the historically dead movie month of January now underway, look for titles like The Force Awakens and The Hateful Eight to continue drawing audiences, and for smaller dramas like Joy and Concussion to continue generating interest. That's all for today in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly,
disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
You taught him how to hit a baseball.
Just like that. Set high!
How to hit a receiver.
Nice.
The strike zone. The net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
And that is going to do it for this week's LMU Community TV News.
I'm Adam Haley. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you on Thursday.
For everyone here at LMU Community TV News, I'm Ashley Hurley. We hope you have a great week.